Amen. So again, I'm Apostle Robin. I have wear many, many hats. But one of the amazing hats that I wear in this season is being a leader on this amazing platform called Freedom Path, the future of financial services. And you saying, what does that got to do with my kingdom building? I'm so glad you asked. What does that got to do with me by building kingdom? I'm so glad you asked, because we have a platform here that is all about not only getting the resources to, I would say, the average Joe. I think we pride ourselves for having resources for the average Joe, but we also have a niche and a heart for those in the kingdom. So that's why we have called the clarion call for you to come on. Faith and funding, they do go together. Listen, it's Bible. Listen, the Bible says that he want us to be blessed. He want us to be the head and not the tail. He want us to be the lender, not the borrower. So it's biblical all the way in there for you to have resources. So this platform and this Ebonic woman on tonight is going to do her best to share with you guys everything about this amazing platform. Those of you that are in the kingdom, those of you who are maybe have a foundation, maybe you have a women's ministry, maybe you want to do a book club, whatever the case may be. You need funding. Because y'all want to buy a place where y'all meet every week. Whatever the case may be, we just want you to know you found a home. Listen, if we went in church and said, tell your neighbor you found a home, just type it. You found a home. If you've been looking for a place where you can find financing, find financial literacy, find a place where people will have not a problem with holding you by the hands and walking you through these streets. Thank you. Somebody want to walk with me tonight? Listen, I'm an apostolic girl. I like people to talk with me. Hey, I'm old school. Listen, you found a home. And we are grateful.
I found a home.
Listen.
I'm walking with you.
All right, now walk with me. Listen. So I want you to know that this platform is not just only for, the average business. We are here and we have a niche for you. So yes, you have found a home with us, and we don't feel a robbery to take the time and walk you through the steps to get the funding that you so deserve and need. Bulk funding. Listen. Bulk funding is an amazing part of our platform. This particular, I call it a tool or resource. It's all about building and using credit to expand your ministry reach. How many really want to expand? If you want to expand, put expand in the chat. If you know it's time to expand, it's time to reach the masses. In these politics streets, there's chaos and madness going on. We don't know who's going to have a job. We don't know who's going to need some food. You don't know who's going to need some shelter. Who ready to expand? Listen. So we want to be that resource to help you do just that. We want to help you build. We want to help you build your business credit. We want you to expand and be able to be ready for the harvest, because the harvest is coming. Listen. Are you ready for the harvest? This platform wants you to be ready for the harvest. Glory be to God. Okay, what is the objectives? I'm so glad I got some attentive people on here asking these questions. The objective is we want you to learn a couple amazing bullet points that we want to make sure you know and want you to understand. The fundamentals of business credit and why it matters for churches. Listen, I have been so amazed in this short time being a part of this platform that I did not know that so many people in business and been doing business for a minute have had no understanding about business credit. I don't know about you, if that's been your experience, even if you've been around and you've had conversations, those that even been in the Freedom Path streets, you've been having conversations with people and you found out that they had no clue about business credit. Put a 1 in the chat. For those of you that are a guest and you hearing for the first time, or you kind of getting to understand business credit and getting the information, put a 2 that you said, hey, I'm just recently finding out about that business credit. So this is what we all about. We about educating. We about making sure you have the tools and the resource. So yes, the fundamentals of business credit and why it matters. It matters in these money streets. It matters about your credit. Just like personal credit matters, so does your business credit matter. Lending options available for churches and nonprofits. We want you to know the options. The options, there are options, guys. Listen, when you begin to find out there's options, you'll begin to find that the weight of what you're trying to do will get off your shoulders because you know I'm not out in these streets by myself. There's some options. Okay. We want you to understand how to build and maintain strong credit as an organization. Listen, this thing is not a one-hit wonder. This is a talk about getting the balance and the discipline and the understanding how to maintain that strong credit. You know what I'm saying? Even what personally, we understand personally, sometimes we got to keep checking those 3 boroughs, we got to keep on making sure things are right. We got to make sure people are reporting like they should. The same way with your businesses and of course with your ministry. We want you to understand practical ways to utilize your credit, cash and non-cash. We want you to understand those ways you can utilize trade lines and all those things to expand ministry impact. Because again, what I say is about expansion. It's about expanding. How partnering with Freedom Path and Bolt Funding, this is how we can help. What I say, you found your home. We can help your church win. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to win. Tell somebody I'm ready to win. This is my winning season. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. This is my winning season. Listen, okay, we know what the problem is. Let me make sure I ain't go too fast because y'all know I get excited. Okay, let me make sure I'm just trying to make sure I ain't go too quick, y'all. Listen, we want to make sure we know, of course, we hear what the problems are. And what I love about this platform, not only do we recognize the problems, but we have solutions. Could somebody say solutions? So in these streets, we find out the problems why churches need to raise capital. We know they need to raise that capital because they have building projects and they have facilities and they have things they're trying to do. They want to they may want to remodel and they might want to do some expansion and all those different things. And they need money. They need money, money, right? They need capital. They need their credit. So this is what we want. We want to. This is a problem that we want to solve. Of course, again, another problem is expansion needs. The congregation is growing. It requires more space. Technology. It needs updated. Media items. All those wonderful things is a reason why oftentimes churches, and I don't want to leave out foundations and organizations and people like Dr. J that has an organization for angel moms. Look, everybody who is doing a work needs the capital, right? Period. Of course, it's times where people decline in tithes and giving. Like, people sometimes got to choose. They're going to give the church or they're going to eat, right? Or they're going to give the church or they're going to put a roof over their head. Sometimes it gets dire and people may want to give, but they can't. So these are reasons why we want, Bolt Funding and Freedom Path are here as a solution to the problem. We understand also operating costs rising. Look, let's just keep it 100. We know our own electricity is going up, right? In these days, and gas going up. So we know if we have we find these things personally happening in our lives. We know they are happening amongst those in. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get somebody y'all in amongst the ministries, the churches. If we are finding ourselves in those dilemmas, there is the same thing happening with companies and churches and ministries and so forth. Hey, like I said, the solution. We all about the solution. Yeah, it's one thing to tell me about the problem, but hey, I need to hear about what can you do? And that's the thing. That's real talk. People want to know what can you do for me? Look, at the end of the day, what can you do for me? And I'm so glad you asked. We have solutions that we want to share with you. What is the solution? We want to help help you get the funding you need. We want to help you get what you need to do your building, to expand. We want to make sure you have what you need to expand. You know what I'm saying? We want you to have what you need when you're out there campaigning, getting marketing done. You're trying to get the word out. Marketing free now. Listen, us in these entrepreneur streets, we know it costs money. Everything costs $1, right? So even marketing on social media, everything has a dollar sign with it. But here we are. What did I tell you? You found your home. You found solution. So in these streets, this platform is here to help you find the solution to cover your building and your expansion costs. We want to help offset your declining tides that we know things are happening. We want to help you reduce financial pressure on your leaders, on your ministry. You know, we want to be the solution to the problems that you may be facing in this time. Understanding business credit. Let's tap in this real quick. Understanding business credit. What is business credit? Goes back to what I just was saying. How many people don't even know it exists, right? Um, Business credit is a way of measuring of an organization's ability to borrow and repay money. Just like we got a system. You know what I tell folks: you in capitalism, there's a system here, baby. I tell them if you ain't planning on moving to Ghana, I always use Ghana because everybody know I go to Ghana once a year. Unless you plan on moving somewhere, and in another system, you better get your A game in understanding this system, right? And understanding this system, we have what they call credit. And in this system, we have personal and business, right? So we give me a second, y'all. Your sister girl over here doing multitasking. We got this thing called credit. We got personal credit and business credit, right? So business credit is just like with your business credit is similar to your personal credit. It's letting organizations know, or it's going to let the bank know, it's going to let the credit union know, whoever you're trying to borrow money, are you able to pay the money back? Look, are you going to be like Pookie and them and I can't find you when it's time to pay your bill? No, they want to know you're going to pay that bill, right? So you have to, that's the part. Leave me alone, Michelle. Dr. Coper, leave me alone. Listen, you got to pay your bills, right? So you have to there's a system in place, like it or not, that is called business credit. And it helps you separate from your personal credit and allows you to focus on your financial stability of your organization. What I love about understanding business credit and understanding just being an entrepreneur is the how you can leverage your business. Because somebody said leverage your business. Leverage your business. And this is another way where you can leverage your organization, leverage your ministry, leverage your church. However, your organization can stand like Dr. Michelle said today, with 10 feet down or 10 toes down. Listen, yeah, it's not 10 feet, it's 10 toes, Robin. 10 toes down. And you can stand, your organization can stand on its own, right? Why does it matter for churches? You got to be able to establish financial credibility with lenders and vendors, just like with your personal, it matters, right? It does matter. Unlocking funding opportunities. Maybe, as you begin to build your organization, you might start off with getting 20 grand. And at some point, you do your 20 grand on time, you might be able to get, 50 grand. The goal is establishing those those relationships. So it does matter. It unlocks opportunity for you.